Hey guys, ILene Vick here for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. It is Friday, February 21st at 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, and I am live. In my neck of the woods, it is currently 27 degrees with a high of 35 and a low of 7. Welcome to my broadcast. I am here for the next 3 hours for coloring, companionship, chat, friendship, giggles and laughs, pretty pictures, and of course, the what, the how, and the why of adult coloring. In other words, I show you what I'm doing, I demonstrate how I'm doing it, and I explain the why of my coloring. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who come in and chat with me. That is always delightful. Welcome to my YouTube peeps who watch this broadcast after the fact. Excuse me. And welcome to my Facebook peeps who see this broadcast when I download it into my group, Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick. All right. So let's see who's popped in so far. I don't know about you guys, but I am freezing. I'm glad my studio is warm. Mamie, so glad to see you, Mamie. Hi, Mamie. Tam, hi. Carmen's here. Hello, Janie. Hello, Angry Bear. All right. So tonight I'm continuing work on my angel. I think she's turning out beautifully. I hope you've been enjoying this, and I hope you've been enjoying the detail that I've been showing you. We really did a lot of nice modifications to the face and got that detail in. And it really made a difference, didn't it? All right. So this is from my book, Heavenly Angels Jubilee. This is what the cover looks like if anybody's interested. And it's got a really nice assortment of pictures in it. I suppose when I talk about the assortment, I really should be showing the back cover. There are some absolutely gorgeous images in here. And then the second image that I'm doing, this is from 50 Lovely Gnomes. And that book is Camellia Angelkova. It is a fun book, and I highly recommend it. All right. I hope everybody's doing well. I hope everybody's keeping warm. Let me set this aside. Let me grab my paper towel. And we can start to get going here. Oh, Carmen, you're freezing too? Yeah, it doesn't help in my area. For example, when the low is going to be 7 degrees. I really hope that next week is a lot better. Hello, Grace. All right, so there's my paper towel. Oh, I'm freezing a little more than, oh, I'm freezing a little more than you are. Okay, Carmen. Well, what? Anything below 30 degrees? Ooh. All right, I hope that you've been enjoying this. Now, this is out of the same book that we did our other angel with. And while I'm thinking about it, I want to show you guys something. Let me get into my Facebook where I need to be. Oh, it's 23 where you are? Well, we've got 27. I was just talking about what the low was going to be. Okay, I want to show you an image that Angry Bear colored. Isn't that gorgeous? She did a really good job. Check it out. Angry Bear, I'm glad you did. And I'll tell you what, that looks just like the one that I did. Angry Bear stuck with the plan and did an absolutely gorgeous job. Angry Bear, did you enjoy doing it? Did you learn something from it? Absolutely gorgeous. Now I'm going to show you hers next to mine. Isn't that beautiful? All right. Now, Angry Bear, if we can just get you to post your pictures in the proper direction, that would really help. It's sideways. And I love how she says, I trusted the process. That's exactly right. All right. 2 questions. How was everybody's day today? Angry Bear, what you need to do is go into your phone photograph app, and there should be a way to turn your pictures. Let me show you. On my phone here, how to do that. Now, Angry Bear, do you have an iPhone? All right. So what you do is you go down to the bottom where these little slider knobs are and click on that. And then you click on the crop icon, which is right here in the lower right hand corner. And what that does is it brings up 2 little images up here where you can either rotate or flip back and forth. Am I close enough that you can see this? But see, you can rotate that image. Does that help you? And then if you click on this adjust button here, you can do different things. You can lighten and darken your pictures. So what you might want to do is play with your camera settings, get an image, and just play around with the buttons and see what everything does. I mean, it's not a big deal, but I just wanted to show you that. Okay. See, you learned something already. So, as I started to say, was your day a win, a lose, or a draw? And does anybody have a birthday or an anniversary? Now, Janie says draw. Quiet day at work with your ladies and everybody has colds. Oh. Carmen says draw for the most part. Hi, Kitty. Oh, Kitty, you get to go to the library tomorrow. Cool. Hey, Thomas. Hello, Stephanie. I think I caught everybody. All right. Tammy, draw. Guy came to give an estimate on your floor. Please tell me it wasn't a super huge amount. All right, let's continue to work on this angel here. I'm going to say I had a win. It's kind of pitiful. Oh, $700. Oh. Well, it's got to be done. All right, so last night we were working on our blue gown here of our angel. I think I imagine, oh, wait a minute. Did I say I had a win, a lose, or a draw? I didn't think I said yet. I'm going to say win. Did I just tell you this? My mind is going in too many directions right now. I got my Walmart delivery. Got some snacks that I wanted. Other things I needed. Yippee! Grace says win. Excellent. All right, let's keep going here on our little angel. I was working down her sleeve. Oh, Carmen, that's funny. You should have yelled at him and said, do you realize how many coloring books that is? Oh, Carmen. That is funny. Yee. Actually, what you could have said was, when you yelled at him and said, do you realize how many coloring books that is? You could have said, do you realize how many of ILene's coloring books that is? Get your priorities straight. Okay, let's work on the sleeve. Now, I'm going to work with my medium and my light on my sleeve here. You probably could have bought one of each. Now, I'm going to leave this area up here whitish. And this is my medium. And I lied, that's actually my light. Let's get my medium in there. Liar, liar, pants on fire. Oh, Janie, you saw a video from 8 years ago on a cat coloring book that I previewed. Yeah. Okay, so this is a combo of my medium and my light. And remember that my medium is turquoise. A light turquoise, or turquoise is Linda. Hello. Linda and the three amigos, Uno, Dos, Tres, Linda, Michelle, and Wally. Linda, we've been missing you. All right, now I'm going to come in with gray. And we're going to add a little bit of a gray around the outside here. Linda, are you home? Okay. Now let's move to the outside of the sleeve. Excuse me. And I'm very, very lightly going to use my dark color. And then I'm going to use my medium around it. Now, I want to remind you that when you have a pencil, you can accomplish various shades with just that one pencil. You're just watching, Linda. Okay. Well, sit back, relax. So there's my dark. Thomas, I'll take care of the questions to Linda. Thank you. And there's my medium. And then I'm going to come in with my light gray. And then we'll come in with our dark color, but again, very lightly. Okay. Now I'm also taking my light pencil and I'm blending. So let me pull out. Thomas, she'll tell us when she's ready about where she is. All right. Now I'm just smoothing all of this out. And the way I'm doing that is with my lightest pencil. Okay. Any questions so far? Who's coloring this with me tonight? Now, again, because of the way colored pencil is, when you put one color over the other, it doesn't eradicate it. It blends it in. Tammy, Janie, okay. So if you're not coloring this with me tonight, what are you coloring? And if you're not coloring, what are you doing? Trying to stay warm, ILene. Okay. Now I'm going to come back to my area underneath here. And notice how I'm using my darkest pencil to blend in that dark color that we put underneath the belt and underneath the sleeve. Okay, Linda, you take care. Love you. Relax, take it easy. Thank you so much for stopping by. Linda's going to relax by just watching and not chatting tonight. Okay, now notice how I'm blending this. Hello, Stephanie. Just posted Calla Lilies I finished this afternoon. Now working on a Robert Combs Wonderful World of Bugs Freebies of Dragonfly. And Angry Bear is just lurking. Okay, look at all this blending that's going on. Stephanie, that's right. Wasn't that angel that Angry Bear did just superb? Blending, 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 rawhide. So we're going to blend the Kajibers out of this. Thomas said that he may not be here tomorrow night because his sister's taking him to Dave and Buster's. Lurking is the life. As long as you initially say hello, Angry Bear. Okay. Okay, Tammy, thank you. Okay, I'm going to use my non-electric eraser, and I'm going to go back to the sleeve for a second. And I'm going to use my eraser to lighten the color. And that's going to give us more of a dimensional look. Now, don't forget that you can use your eraser just like you would a pencil. And the reason that I'm making this lighter in here, this whole sleeve, is because our light is coming from the upper left to the lower right, and it happens to be hitting that sleeve. So that whole sleeve needs to be just a little bit lighter. And then I'm going to finger blend that. Stephanie, waiting for the weather to calm down so you can spray all your finished pictures. There you go. Okay. Lightest color. I'm just using it to blend. And the same thing over here. Now, back with my eraser, I'm going to use it. Thank you, Tammy. I'm going to use it to erase in some vertical lines. And that'll give us a nice folded look. And I'm also going to use it at the top of this sleeve. As well. All right. So look at the overall lighting and look how elegant that looks now. And Carmen, do you see why I made this sleeve lighter? It's being illuminated by the light that our angel is looking up into. And the reason that the dress is darker here, two reasons. Number one, the sleeve is partially covering it. And number two, this is where the material is also gathered, and that's going to make it look darker as well. Does that make sense to everybody? Okay. Now let's do up this sleeve. Now this sleeve is going to be in our brightest area here. So I'm going to come in with my lightest blue. And then over this grayish area here, I'm going to start out with my lightest blue. And then I'm going to come in with my gray, which in effect is a lighter version of my blue. See that? Okay, Kitty, thank you. Maybe I should find a sound effect that's got a crackling fire. Now, notice hey, Cheryl. Oh, Cheryl, that's going to be fun. I'm glad you got your book. Now, does everybody see that this arm here is going to be the lightest because that's where our light's coming from? And I'm going to do the same thing up here, is I'm going to use the gray. Does everybody see why that gray is making that look effective as a very light form of this outfit, of the gown? In other words, the gray is implying that the blue is being washed out a little bit by all the light. And notice how I'm adding my little dots here. Hey Cheryl, did you have a chance to check out the rest of the pictures in the book to see how you like it? Now, I'm going to come back with my lightest blue. And I'm very, very lightly going to go over that entire sleeve. I don't know if you're going to be able to see this blue on camera. Now, notice that I'm not putting the blue on the lace on the outside here. Mamie, why don't you just go ahead and put that start date in? That'll help her. Now, I'm going to go back to my gray. Again, notice that I left this lace white. And I'm actually going to grab a slightly darker gray. And detail the inside of this sleeve. Now, again, our gray and our light blue are indicating that this is a very light portion of the image. Any question? Carmen, is this making sense to you? Okay. Finger blend. Oh, let me see here. Okay. Now, in the lower part of this image, yeah, Cheryl, in the YouTube, there was a couple of days where I had to break the broadcast into segments. Stephanie, to answer your question, I don't know what Landman is with Billy Bob Thornton. So that's why Mamie mentioned that there is a part 1 and part 2. Okay. So there is a teeny tiny angel flying around her dress. So I'm going to take a very light peach color just to do the face. Which basically is a dot. And then the rest of the wing, I'm going to color in our gold. Isn't that ridiculously cute? So Stephanie, it's another Taylor Sheridan Western show in Austin, Texas. He plays the second in command of a large oil company. Okay. Now, while I'm here, we have a couple of stars. So I'm going to color those up as well. And then I'm going to go up into the upper right hand of the wing. I better pull out a little bit so you can see where the heck I am. And we've got another little star here. And then we have another little angel. Flying above that star. Details, guys, details. Now, in order to distinguish my angels, I'm going to take a dark gray and put a little belt on there. And I'm going to go back to my angel in the lower left-hand corner. And add that as well. That way we can tell the difference between the stars and the angels. Okay. Now, back to the right here, near the hand. There's a star there. And we've got her pointing to one as well. And we've got another one up here. I'm on the right-hand side. And then I'm going to go up to the top here, above her head, and we've got another little angel yet. And once again, a little bit of my darker gray. Just to define the body. Any questions? Now, if you make all your little angel splotches with the, or angel shapes with the gold and a little bit of the black or dark gray splotch, people won't confuse them with the stars. So we've got 1, 2, 3 miniature angels. Actually, Cheryl, this is called, let me get underneath the camera here. This is called Kumquat Yellow. And it's the color number 309. Okay, let's take a peek at all this. We're starting to get some really neat looks on this. All right, now, just playing around with this for the sake of doing something a little bit different. I'm going to show you what I'm going to start to do on the rest of this outfit. And basically what I'm going to do is I'm going to highlight the blue with gold. Oh, Cheryl, you're welcome. Cheryl, let me swatch that color for you. Think of it as a mustard yellow. Okay. Hi, Angie. Hello, right back at you, Angie. Okay, now I'm going to use that same mustard yellow, and we're going to start up doing this extra stuff in our golds. So I'm going to come in with the base color of my gold. We're going to outline our band. Oh, Angie, you had a win today. Finally resolved my issue with the chair on Amazon. Hello, my Linda. My Linda, so glad to see you. So I'm putting in my base color of my gold pencil. And then I'm going to come in with, let's see which one works the best. A reddish brown. as my darker color. Now let me swatch that color for you. I have no idea what this is because I do know it's a color, but the number has rubbed off. So, don't know what to tell you. It looks like something 05. If anybody figures it out, tell me. Maybe 4. And it's something yellow. All right. So these are the 2 colors that we're using for the gold. I don't know what set of color it's from. Haven't a clue. Yeah, it could be a ginger yellow. Okay, now on the bottom part here, notice we've got little areas of our darker color. And then as we get to the right-hand side, we're back into our shaded area. Now, I want you to notice that bye-bye, bye-bye, by adding this brownish color, and notice how I'm adding the shadow in the middle, just a little bit. It gives us a really beautiful take on this gold. Now, be sure to leave the far left light. See that little band of the lighter color on the very outside? Cheryl, no, I have like 11 brands of pencils. And I store them by color, not by brand. All right, let me pull out. You ready for this? All right, kitty, thank you. Check it out. Angie, you sort by brand. Okay. Isn't that gold drop dead gorgeous? Now, I'm going to take that darker color. I'm going to go back down to my little teeny tiny angel down here. And I'm going to add it to the dress. And then I'm going to go back to our second little angel. And add a little. And then I'm going to go to our third angel. And add it as well. Just a little bit. Well, Cheryl, it's funny you should say that, because if you have watched me over the years, I really hound on details. The key that's going to make your pieces stand above everybody else's is the fact that you concentrate on the details in whatever area you're working on. And all those details add up. Oh, excuse me. Guys, what's the most important part of your page? Hi, Sandy. The part you're working on, that's right. In other words, no matter how tiny or how insignificant that part looks to you, like a leaf, or in this case, little teeny tiny angels, you want to do the best possible coloring that you can. So I made my little frame here to drive home that concept that when you're coloring, you treat your area as though it were the entire picture. Does that make sense? So whatever you happen to be working on at the time, that should be your 1000% focus on doing the best possible thing that you can on it. And if you use that philosophy when you color, you will have top-notch results. So I don't care how tiny something is, like right now we're doing the detail here on the gold. I mean, look at the detail that I did on those tiny 3 angels, right? If you're going to color with me, that's the attitude that you need to color with. Okay. Let's do another gold section. So I'm going to start with my light. This is the first gold that I used earlier. And when you're coloring, if you don't feel like doing a section of your page, in other words, if you don't feel like doing this gold, then don't ruin it by pushing yourself. Do something else and then go back to it. And notice how I'm doing multiple layers of my color. Let me pull out just a little bit more. Miss Stephanie, good night. I am so glad that you are that relaxed that you're falling asleep. Now, we've got a little bit of this gold stuff in here. Did I see the callus? No. Did you send them to me? Calla lilies? I'm sorry, let me take a look. Stephanie, I'm not seeing it. Okay. Janie, you put yellow on top of the gold. Okay. So now I'm going to take my darker gold and we'll work up that detail that's on the strap. Now, this is what I mean about this strap being the most important thing on the page, and I'm going to do everything I can to make it look tops. I'm putting my best effort towards it. I'm putting in as much detail as I can. And it's coming out beautifully. And I think I got a little gold on my hand. Oh, Stephanie, I just got them. Let me show you a picture that Stephanie just sent us. Check it out. Isn't that beautiful? Maybe I should just do a book on calla lilies. Nice job. Let me pull out just a little further so we can get the full thing. I would say A for effort. Thanks for sharing that, Stephanie. Okay, now I'm going to bring in my darker gold. And we'll bring it in behind the hand as well. Details, guys. Sweat the details. Okay. Oh, Cheryl, that's wonderful. You love coloring with your grandchildren and making memories. And the neat thing is, you can take the things that I'm teaching you and teach them, if they're old enough, of course. Any question about how I'm detailing this? And to those of you who are coloring with your grandchildren or children, if you put the same coloring ethics into them that I am putting into you, they will create some beautiful images. Well, Tammy, I'm so glad that you have those memories with her. Okay. Now, again, notice I'm not rushing through here. And notice how in that upper left-hand corner, for example, I'm making this a darker area. And I'm bringing that darker area down next to the sleeve. That's important. Anybody have any questions about this? All right. I'm going to do 2 more areas and then I'm going to switch over to our next project, which is our gnomes. Everybody see how I'm shading these corners? Okay, let's go up to the collar. Back with my lighter gold as my base color. Cheryl, what color are you talking about? All right. Here's our darker color where we're detailing in our little divots. Notice that I'm running a dark line just underneath the edge. Boom, isn't that beautiful? And then we're going to, yeah, some of my pencils are not very long. That's when I attach them to number 2 pencils. So some of them I can't tell you what they are. Okay, let's do the last gold band here on the sleeve and then I'll be switching over to my gnomes. Okay, there's my base color. That is my kumquat yellow, number 309 color. And now we're going to detail our darker color. Check out the shading underneath this band right here. And on top of this band. In other words, I'm not taking it out to the edge. Oh, Grace, that's an idea. You put yours in the end of a straw? Is the straw big enough to hold the pencil steady? And then I assume that you would hand sharpen them? You know, I never thought of that. So you're telling me that the straw is big enough to handle all the ends of pencils? One in each end sometimes. Interesting. All right, guys, let me pull out. Check it out. Isn't that gold drop dead gorgeous on this? Yeah, don't throw away your shorty pencils, guys. Attach them to something. I attach mine to number 2 pencils with glue. And it works out beautifully. I've got quite a few pencils like that. Miss Tammy, good night. So I bought these pencils on Amazon, but be sure that you buy the unsharpened ones. Okay, let me bundle up the pencils that I'm using with my rubber band. Good night, Tam Tam. All right, any questions or comments before I share or change projects? Hot glue I found doesn't work very well. You can use wood glue. Yeah, hot glue does not work. You can use wood glue. You can use, oh, what's that glue? I'm totally losing the name. Crazy glue. One of the other glues that I've worked, and this works really well, is called Weld Wood Instant Adhesive. It's meant for wood, permanent wood, construction wood. My only problem at the moment is that the cap, oh, I can get it off. There you go. Cheryl, does E6000 work? I don't know. Yeah, Gorilla Glue doesn't work either. Let me see if I can find the link to this. Hold on. I don't think E6000 works either. Okay. Give me 2 seconds here. I'll get this to Mamie. Oh my gosh, don't throw away your short pencils, Cheryl. But you know, if you didn't know, you didn't know. Okay, I'm going to send this to Mamie and she will post it for you guys. This is the affiliate link. Okay, she'll have it up shortly. Now, the best thing you can do with this stuff is when you put it on, let it dry overnight. Now, obviously, ignore the comment where it says, let's see, for maximum strength bond, use typical clamping pressure. Don't worry about that. So try it. It's good stuff. I actually need to go through and do a pile of pencils that need to be glued together. So what you want to do is you want to take your number 2 pencils, you cut them in half. That's why some of my pencils have eraser tips and other of my pencils don't. So that's worked out really well. But again, be absolutely sure that you get the pencils unsharpened. Otherwise, you're going to create a lot of work for yourself. Okay. I am ready to switch projects. Isn't that drop dead gorgeous? So let's get our gnome going. And again, this is from 50 Lovely Gnomes, Camellia Angelkova. And I do recommend this book. I keep opening this to my gnome that's cold from all the cold weather. Yeehaw! All right. So last night I was working on my top mushroom here. And I couldn't quite finish my coloring of my orange, red, and yellow. Mamie, do you have the link for this book? Yeah, I have pencil extenders, Angry Bear, but I found that gluing them works best. Now, if you don't want to go through the hassle of gluing, that's fine. That's where you use your pencil extenders. Like I said, I have those as well. Okay. Now, we obviously have our harsh lines here between our yellow and our orange. So we need to blend that out, right? Guys, what's the most important skill to master in adult coloring? All right, let's finger blend that. Blending, that's right. And what's the definition of a proper blend? All right, let's get this red line out of here. So I'm using my red to merge it into my orange. And look how beautifully that line disappears. Cheryl, good night. And everybody see how that ugly red line now has disappeared. Okay, next area. Guys, what's the definition of a... Yeah, there we go. Mamie says when one color seamlessly disappears into the next color. So right now you can see that I've got this blunt red. So now we're going to make that line disappear. And we're going to make that red blend beautifully into the orange. Now, blending is so important, I always make the following statement. I would rather see you have a lousy color choice on your image and proper blending rather than improper blending and perfect color choices. That's how important blending is. And notice how I'm making that line disappear right before your eyes. Anybody have any questions about this blending? All right, let's get this red edge blended in. I hope Cheryl was here long enough to hear my definition of the blending. All right, let me just erase out these little circles here. Isn't that beautiful? All right. Let's blend in our red. Guys, is this helping you with your blending? All right, there's your red. And here's our orange into our yellow. All righty. Here's where we are so far. Now, I'm going to grab a very dark purple. Hallelujah. All right. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to turn this over and come in on the top of my mushroom, and we're going to add some of this dark purple on the top. And notice how that makes that mushroom look more like a mushroom, for lack of better words. Check it out. So whenever you're doing a mushroom like this, add that little bit of dark purple on the top. It gives it more dimension. All right. Now, let me get both mushrooms in view here. And you can see the difference between them. So this has our darker shading, this one does not. Let me pull out just a tad further so you can see this. See the difference? A lot more colorful and dynamic. Okay, let's do our second mushroom. And of course it goes better when I've got you on camera. Check it out. Now, this mushroom over here, which is the one that's got our candle in it, I had already done this with a little bit of purple on the top because I wanted to show you that you could use that as a different color. So I'm going to come in with my Payne's Gray. And I'm going to darken it with that. Just be very sure that when you put your gray here, or your purple, that you blend that into the next color. So you're going to get lighter and lighter with it as you go down the length of the mushroom. or the height if you want to put it that way. What a difference. All right. And let me pull out. And wait until you see the difference it makes on our top mushroom. So back to our purple. And again, I'm using the purple on the red, and purple and red go together beautifully. Now, I'm not worried about our mushroom spots getting some color on it right now because I'm going to do something different with those. Now, I want you to notice on this purple here, you can bring it down the mushroom. See how I'm doing that? Absolutely beautiful. Let me pull out and show you this now side to side. And look at the difference now between this side here that I've shaded and this side that I haven't. There is a difference. Now, the really neat thing while you're doing this is you can see the progression of that darker color across the mushroom and how cool that looks. I'm just doing a little blending here. Now, I don't know about you, but I think that looks absolutely gorgeous. All right. Got little spots on one of my mushroom discs here. And I'm going to finger blend that. All right, let's take a look at this. Beautiful. Now you can see how everything is coming together here. Oh, let's see something here. Now, I want to add a divot to my mushroom. So I'm going to take my dark purple and we're going to add that divot to the pattern. Now, in addition to the purple, I'm going to come in with black. And notice how that black lets me make the circle that was originally drawn on that disappear. Check it out. Now we can add another divot on the top. So I'm going to start with my purple. Oh, Carmen, that's funny. She says, I don't know why I try to color anything else while you're coloring. I get so engrossed in what you're doing that my page just sits there. Carmen, how are your eyes doing? Okay, there's my purple. Here's my black. And notice that I'm doing these dark spots just on the top of the mushrooms. Okay, now, first of all, I'll give you a view of how that looks. Doesn't that look cool? So Carmen, you're still using your steroid eye drops, and you have to keep using it for the next 5 weeks. Excellent. Look how cool that mushroom looks, guys. Okay, now I'm going to go to my other mushrooms that I turned my page upside down because they are upside down. And I'm going to add some of that black shading there as well. Now, remember, your key is blending. Isn't that neat looking? And you only need a little bit. Unfortunately, though, I still have been fighting headaches still every day. And I asked the ophthalmologist if it was eye related, and she said no, because the pressure in my eye is fine and there is no infection, so it's the migraines. So I don't know what I'm going to do. I've had a headache every day for over a month now, and I'm so over it. Oh. Actually, I'm going to bring down my black a little further. And I'm going to add some black to the second mushroom. Now remember, this is the upside down table. And I want you to notice how much more dimension we have on our mushrooms when we add the black. Check it out. I think I'm going to add a little more black here. Hello, Maggie. Happy Friday, happy Friday, happy Friday. Happy Friday to one and all. Maggie, Linda was here for a few minutes. She really wasn't up to chatting, so she just said she's going to watch. I don't know if she's still watching. But I was over the moon to see her. Yeah, she really didn't chat with anybody. She just basically said, hello, I'm going to watch. All right. Now, notice how I'm bringing the black down around these other little mushroom spots? And that's really starting to add some interest to this. Now notice when I bring the black around this one mushroom hole or mushroom spot, I have it out a little bit further on this side, and then I get closer and closer as I go to the left. That's just to add more interest to the area. Okay. So Carmen says, okay, those mushrooms are phenomenal. I wouldn't hate doing mushrooms if mine turned out so pretty. Well, Carmen, follow what I'm showing you. Very simple. You can do this. Maggie, take a look at our little angel here. So Maggie, tonight I was adding gold decoration around the blue. I think it turned out really great as well. All right. Let's go ahead and work on this jug a little bit. We can either make it glass or we can make it stainless steel. The indicators is that it's glass because of the even lines here around the side. But you know me, I like to be different. So I'm going to get a silver pencil. Let me swatch that for you. And this is actually a metallic pale blue. And this is by, who is it? It's 474 and it's a color. Now, this is where I encourage you to do the unexpected in your coloring. So most people would probably color that as glass. And we're going to color it as a silver. I don't know how far I'll get with it tonight because we're getting close to end of the broadcast. Boy, tonight went fast, didn't it? Okay. Now, I want you to notice how I'm coloring in the direction of the picture. So notice how I am curving this. It makes a difference. Okay, and unfortunately I'm going to have to stop there because I'm running out of time. But you can start to see how cool that picture is looking. And you know I'm going to come in and shade and shadow that and do neat things with it. All right. So I'm going to wrap up. This is our gnome picture that we've got so far. And everything looks a little bit haphazard, but trust me, it will come together. I love this picture. It's very cheery. So here's our gnome. And here's the angel that we did. And I'm very, very happy the way she's turning out. And Angry Bear, if you look in the group, did a really good job on her angel on this one that we did earlier. Please take a look at it and give her a thumbs up on it. Okay, guys, this is ILene Vick for Teaching Adult Coloring with ILene Vick, guys. Joyous, joyous coloring. Love on each other. That's what this group is specifically known for. And I will see you tomorrow night, same time, same place. And we will see what kind of trouble we can get into. Guys, please be sure to hit that thumbs up for me. And please share this broadcast to your timeline. All right, guys, take care. Let me zoom in on something here. I'll zoom in on the picture that I'm working on. And that's picture, not picture. All right, guys, till tomorrow night then. Same time, same place. Bye.